1. All right, let's dive a little deeper into this 1985 Lincoln Town Car, shall we? This car isn't just a piece of automotive history. It's a story waiting to be told. Imagine cruising down the street in this classic beauty, turning heads everywhere you go. The Town Car was the epitome of luxury back in the day, and this particular model is no exception. It's got that unmistakable boxy shape that just screams 80s elegance, and the silver paint job is the perfect complement to its stately lines. But this car isn't just about looks. It's got the performance to back it up. That 8-cylinder engine is a real powerhouse, and with only 88,671 miles on the odometer, it's got plenty of life left in it. The seller even notes that there's no smoke, noise, or engine lights, which is a testament to how well this car has been maintained over the years. And let's talk about that interior. It's a time capsule of 80s luxury. The plush seats are comfortable and spacious, and the dashboard is a work of art. You can just imagine all the important people who have sat in this car over the years, from brides and grooms to dignitaries and celebrities. But as with any classic car, there's always work to be done. The seller is upfront about the fact that this town car will need some undercarriage work and the rear flooring will need to be repaired. But don't let that scare you off. These are the kinds of projects that true car enthusiasts live for. With a little time and effort, you could have this car looking and running like new in no time. And think about the stories you could tell once you've finished the restoration. You'll have a piece of history that you can be proud of, and a car that will turn heads wherever you go. Plus, with a price tag of just $3,200, this town car is a steal compared to some of the other classic cars out there. So if you're ready to take on a new project and bring a piece of automotive history back to life, this 1985 Lincoln Town Car is the perfect choice. Give Orchard Auto Sales LLC a call today and see for yourself why this car is so special. Who knows? You might just fall in love with it at first sight. 2. We're talking about a 1984 Chevrolet Corvette that's up for grabs on Craigslist. And let me tell you, this is no ordinary vet. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the price? At just $8,500, this car is an absolute steal. But don't let the low price fool you. This Corvette is a true custom masterpiece. Under the hood, you'll find a bored and carbureted 8-cylinder engine that's been tweaked to perfection. The seller has added SS headers and a full SS exhaust system, giving this car the sound and performance of an old-school hot rod. Trust me, when you fire up this engine, you'll feel the power coursing through your veins. But it's not just about raw power. This Corvette is also a technological marvel. The digital dash is fully functional, giving you all the information you need at a glance. And with only 10,000 miles on the odometer, this car has barely been broken in. The exterior is finished in a stunning blue paint job that's sure to turn heads wherever you go. And if you're looking to switch things up, the seller even includes an extra roof that's ready for paint. Talk about options! Now I know what you might be thinking. But what about reliability? Well, fear not, my friends. The seller assures us that this Corvette is very reliable, despite its high-performance upgrades. And with the original fuel injection system included in the sale, you've got even more options for customization. But perhaps the best part of this deal is the sheer uniqueness of this car. The seller claims that this '84 Vette is like no other, and I'm inclined to believe them. With its custom upgrades and old-school hot rod vibe, this car is a true one-of-a-kind. So if you're in the market for a classic American sports car with a ton of personality, this 1984 Chevrolet Corvette is definitely worth checking out. Give the seller a call and schedule a test drive. But be warned, once you experience the raw power and custom charm of this car, you might just fall in love. 3. We've got a real blast from the past, a 1961 Chevrolet Corvair Monza that's sure to make your heart skip a beat. This beautiful little coupe is up for grabs on Craigslist for just $6,800, and let me tell you, it's a deal you don't want to miss. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the sheer beauty of this car? The red paint job is absolutely stunning, and the classic lines of the Corvair are sure to turn heads wherever you go. This is a car that just oozes vintage charm, but it's not just about looks. This Corvair has the performance to back it up. Under the hood, you'll find a peppy 4-cylinder engine that's ready to take you on all sorts of adventures. The seller notes that the car runs, drives, and shifts great, so you can rest assured that it's in good mechanical shape. And can we talk about that odometer reading? With just 51,000 miles on the clock, this Corvair has plenty of life left in it. It's clear that this car has been well-loved and well-maintained over the years. The interior is just as impressive as the exterior. The Monza trim level was the top-of-the-line option back in 1961, and it shows. The seats are comfortable and well-appointed, and the dashboard is a work of art. You'll feel like you've stepped back in time every time you slide behind the wheel. But perhaps the best part of this deal is the fact that this Corvair comes with a clean and clear title. The seller has had it in their collection for a few years and has had a great time with it. But now it's time for someone else to enjoy this little piece of automotive history. And let's be real, at just $6,800, this Corvair is an absolute steal. You'd be hard-pressed to find another classic car in this condition at this price point. It's the perfect opportunity to own a piece of American automotive history without breaking the bank. So if you're in the market for a vintage car with a ton of personality, this 1961 Chevrolet Corvair Monza is definitely worth checking out. Give the seller a call and schedule a test drive. But be warned, once you experience the charm and performance of this little red coupe, you might just fall in love. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to own a true classic. 4. We're talking about a 1973 Dodge Dart that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $4,900. This classic sedan is a true survivor, and it's ready to hit the road with its new owner. First off, let's talk about that iconic Dodge Dart styling. This car is finished in a bright yellow paint job that's sure to turn heads wherever you go. It's the kind of color that just screams classic car, and it's a testament to the bold design choices of the 1970s. Under the hood, you'll find a reliable slant-six engine that's ready to take you on all sorts of adventures. The seller notes that the car runs and drives great, so you can rest assured that it's in good mechanical shape. And with new brakes, you'll have plenty of stopping power when you need it. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But what about the odometer? Well, the seller is upfront about the fact that the odometer is broken, so the actual mileage is unknown. But here's the thing. The original owner was an old lady in Queens, so you know this car hasn't been thrashed or abused. It's a true survivor, and it's ready for its next chapter. Inside, you'll find a spacious and comfortable interior that's perfect for cruising around town or hitting the open road. The only issues noted by the seller are that the AC isn't working and the radio has no power, but hey, that's an easy fix for any DIY enthusiast. But perhaps the best part of this deal is the fact that the seller is open to trades. So if you've got something cool lying around that you're willing to part with, this could be your chance to score a classic Dodge Dart without even breaking out your wallet. And let's talk about the price for a moment. At just $4,900, this Dart is an absolute steal. You'd be hard-pressed to find another classic car in this condition at this price point. It's the perfect opportunity to own a piece of American automotive history without breaking the bank. So if you're in the market for a classic sedan with a ton of personality, this 1973 Dodge Dart is definitely worth checking out. Give the seller a call and schedule a test drive. But be warned, once you experience the charm and performance of this yellow beauty, you might just fall in love. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to own a true piece of Mopar history. 5. We're talking about a 1972 Dodge Charger that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $12,500. This classic muscle car is a true project car, and it's ready for someone to give it the love and attention it deserves. First off, let's talk about the potential of this Charger. With a 360 motor and a 727 transmission, this car has the bones of a true performer. And while it may not be in perfect condition right now, the seller notes that it runs and will move around the yard. That's a great starting point for any project car. But here's where things get really interesting. The seller has included a trunk full of parts with the car. That means you'll have a head start on any repairs or upgrades you want to make. It's the kind of bonus that any true gearhead will appreciate. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But what about the condition? Well, the seller is upfront about the fact that this Charger needs some work. It's a project car, after all. But with a clean title in hand and brand new tires and rims, you'll have a solid foundation to build on. And let's talk about the potential of this car for a moment. The 1972 Dodge Charger is an iconic muscle car that's beloved by enthusiasts around the world. With its classic Coke bottle styling and powerful performance, it's the kind of car that turns heads and drops jaws wherever it goes. Imagine rolling up to your local car show in a fully restored 1972 Charger. You'll be the talk of the town, and you'll have a car that's sure to appreciate in value over time. It's the kind of investment that any true car lover can appreciate. But here's the best part. The seller needs this car gone. That means you've got some serious bargaining power when it comes to the price. With a little negotiation, you could score an even better deal on this classic Mopar. So if you're ready to take on a project car that's got tons of potential, this 1972 Dodge Charger is definitely worth checking out. Give the seller a call and schedule a time to see it in person. Who knows? You might just drive home in your dream car. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to own a piece of American muscle car history. 6. We've got a real treat for you. A 1971 Plymouth Fury that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $7,500. This classic beauty is a true survivor, and it's ready for a new owner who appreciates its vintage charm. Now let's dive into the details. This 71 Fury is a two-door sedan, perfect for cruising down the highway or turning heads at your local car show. Under the hood, you'll find a factory 318 V8 engine that's still running strong. The seller mentions that the car drives pretty well, and you can even steer it with just one finger. Talk about smooth. The exterior of this Fury is painted in a sleek gray color, and the seller notes that there's minimal rust on the body. That's a huge plus for a car of this age. The interior is in fair condition, which means it might need some TLC, but hey, that's part of the fun of owning a classic car, right? One thing to note is that while this Fury was originally equipped with factory air conditioning, the seller mentions that it's currently not working. But don't let that discourage you. With a little bit of elbow grease and some spare parts, you could have that AC blowing cold air in no time. The previous owner apparently put quite a few new parts on this Fury before it was parked, which is always a good sign. And with an odometer reading of 128,000 miles, this car still has plenty of life left in it. The seller is open to trades for something else cool. So if you've got a unique ride that you're willing to part with, this could be your chance to swap it for a classic Fury. But if you're more of a cash buyer, the asking price is a very reasonable $7,500. Overall, this 1971 Plymouth Fury is a solid choice for anyone looking for a vintage ride with plenty of potential. It's got a clean title, a strong V8 engine, and minimal rust, all the makings of a great project car. The seller seems pretty honest about the car's condition, which is always appreciated in the classic car world. So, what do you think? Is this 71 Fury the one for you? If you're interested, the seller is even offering to send a video of the car running and driving. That's a great way to get a feel for the car's condition before you make the trip to see it in person. In my opinion, this Plymouth Fury is definitely worth checking out. It's got a cool factor that's hard to beat, and with a little bit of work, it could be a real showstopper. So if you're in the market for a classic American muscle car, don't sleep on this one. It might just be the ride of your dreams. 7. We've got a real gem for you. A 1976 Chevrolet El Camino that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $9,500. This classic ride is a true icon of the 70s, and it's ready for a new owner who appreciates its unique style and versatility. Let's start with the basics. This El Camino is powered by a gas engine, which is paired with an automatic transmission. The seller mentions that the car runs great, which is always a good sign. With only 38,000 miles on the odometer, this El Camino has been lightly used over the years, and it still has plenty of life left in it. Now, it's worth noting that the seller does mention that the car needs some minor work. They don't go into specifics, but it's important to keep that in mind if you're considering making an offer. However, if you're handy with tools and enjoy working on cars, this could be a great opportunity to put your skills to the test and bring this El Camino back to its former glory. One of the best things about this particular El Camino is that it comes with a clean title. That means there are no major issues with the car's history, and you can feel confident that you're getting a solid vehicle. Of course, the real selling point of any El Camino is its unique design. Part car, part truck, The El Camino is a true jack-of-all-trades. You can use it for hauling gear, cruising around town, or even as a daily driver. And with its classic 70s styling, this El Camino is sure to turn heads wherever you go. So, what do you think? Is this 1976 Chevrolet El Camino the right ride for you? If you're looking for a fun project car with plenty of potential, this could be a great choice. And at just $9,500, it's a pretty solid deal for a classic vehicle in this condition. As always, it's important to do your due diligence before making any big purchases. If you're seriously interested in this El Camino, I'd recommend reaching out to the seller and asking for more details about the minor work that needs to be done. You may also want to arrange for a test drive and a thorough inspection of the car to make sure there are no hidden issues. But overall, I think this 1976 Chevrolet El Camino is definitely worth considering. It's a classic ride with a ton of character, and with a little bit of TLC, it could be a real showstopper. So if you're ready to take on a new project and cruise around town in style, don't hesitate to give this El Camino a closer look. 8. We're taking a closer look at a 1973 Ford Mustang convertible that's currently up for sale on Craigslist. This classic pony car is priced at just $12,900, which is a steal for a convertible model. So let's dive in and see what makes this Mustang so special. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this Mustang is all original? That's right, this beauty still has its original 351 Cleveland 5.8 engine under the hood, paired with an automatic transmission. And let's not forget about the power steering, power brakes, and factory air conditioning. Talk about a comfortable ride. The seller mentions that they've owned this Mustang since the 1980s, which is a testament to how well it's been cared for over the years. It's been stored inside for most of its life, which has helped to preserve its condition. However, the seller does note that there is some rust and wear and tear, which is to be expected for a car that's almost 50 years old. But here's the thing. This Mustang is priced like a coupe, even though it's a convertible model. That means you're getting a lot of car for your money here. And with only 46,123 miles on the odometer, this Mustang still has plenty of life left in it. One of the standout features of this Mustang is its factory aluminum wheels. These wheels add a touch of sporty style to the car's already impressive appearance. And speaking of appearance, can we talk about that red paint job? It's a classic color for a classic car, and it looks absolutely stunning on this Mustang. Now, the seller does mention that this Mustang will need some work to get it back to its former glory. But that's part of the fun of owning a classic car, isn't it? Whether you choose to restore it to its original condition or just get it running and enjoy it as is, this Mustang is sure to provide plenty of smiles per mile. If you're interested in seeing this Mustang in person, the seller mentions that it can be viewed at Bowers Brothers Motors in Fort Dodge, Iowa. That's a great opportunity to get up close and personal with this classic pony car and see if it's the right fit for you. Overall, I think this 1973 Ford Mustang convertible is a fantastic find for any classic car enthusiast. It's got a clean title, low mileage, and plenty of original features that make it a true standout. And at just $12,900, it's a bargain for a convertible model. So if you're in the market for a fun, easy project car that's sure to turn heads wherever you go, this Mustang might just be the one for you. 9. We've got a real treat for you. A stunning 1977 Lincoln Continental Mark V that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $12,000. This luxurious coupe is a true icon of the 70s, and it's in excellent condition both inside and out. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 400 V8 engine that's paired with a smooth shifting automatic transmission. This combination provides plenty of get up and go, while still delivering a comfortable and refined driving experience. And with rear-wheel drive, this Continental is a true classic American luxury car. The seller mentions that the body of the car is very nice and solid, with only a couple of small dings. That's pretty impressive for a car that's over 40 years old. The underneath is also solid, which is a testament to how well this Continental has been cared for over the years. Inside, the interior is very clean and comfortable. The power windows work, and the AC is hooked up and kicks on, although it may need a charge to blow cold air. The power seat switches do need to be replaced, but the seller notes that the seat motors have been tested and do work. The wipers and headlamps also work, and the headlamp doors open and close when the car is shut off. One of the coolest features of this Continental is the aftermarket power sunroof that was installed by American Sunroof Corporation. It's a rare and desirable option that adds even more luxury and style to this already impressive car. According to the odometer, this Continental has only 9,554 miles on it. While it's possible that the odometer has rolled over, the excellent condition of the car suggests that it has been very well maintained and lightly used over the years. The seller notes that this Continental is a very cool car to cruise and take to shows, and with its stunning yellow paint job and classic lines, it's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. Plus, with a clean title and a price tag of just $12,000, this Continental is an absolute steal for a car of this caliber. If you're interested in making this Continental yours, the seller offers a few different options. They have shipping available as well as financing and warranties. They also offer free local delivery and welcome third-party inspections if you're not able to make it in person. Overall, I think this 1977 Lincoln Continental Mark V is an absolute gem. It's a rare find in this condition and it's priced to sell quickly. If you're in the market for a classic luxury coupe that's sure to impress, this Continental is definitely worth a closer look. So don't hesitate. Make this unbeatable deal yours today before it's gone. 10. We've got a real treat for you. A 1975 Dodge Dart Special Edition that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $5,000. This classic coupe is a true survivor from the 70s, and it's ready for a new owner who appreciates its unique style and history. Let's start with the basics. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 8-cylinder engine that's sure to provide plenty of get up and go. The seller mentions that the car has a front-wheel drive setup, which is a bit unusual for a Dart of this era. Most Darts from the 70s were rear-wheel drive, so this might be a typo in the ad. But regardless of which wheels are doing the driving, this Dart is sure to be a blast to drive. The exterior of the car is finished in a classic white paint job that looks to be in good condition. The seller rates the overall condition of the car as good, which is a promising sign. Of course, with any classic car, there may be some minor imperfections or signs of age, but that's all part of the charm. Inside, the Dart looks to be in good shape as well. The seller doesn't provide any specific details about the interior, but based on the photos, it appears to be a comfortable and well-maintained space. The automatic transmission should make this Dart a breeze to drive, even in stop-and-go traffic. One thing to note is that the odometer shows 100,000 miles. While this may seem like a lot, it's actually not too bad for a car that's almost 50 years old. With proper maintenance and care, this Dart could easily have many more miles ahead of it. As a special edition model, this Dart likely has some unique features or options that set it apart from the standard Dart. The seller doesn't provide any details on what those features might be, but it's always fun to discover the little details that make a classic car special. The best part about this Dart? It comes with a clean title, which means there are no major issues or red flags in its history. That's always a good sign when you're buying a classic car, as it can give you peace of mind knowing that you're getting a solid vehicle. Overall, I think this 1975 Dodge Dart Special Edition is a fantastic find for anyone who loves classic Mopar muscle. It's got a strong engine, a clean title, and a whole lot of style. And at just $5,000, it's a bargain for a piece of automotive history. Of course, as with any classic car purchase, it's always a good idea to do your due diligence before making a deal. If possible, try to arrange for an in-person inspection of the car to get a better sense of its condition and any potential issues. But if everything checks out, this Dart could be the perfect addition to your garage or collection. So what do you think? Is this 1975 Dodge Dart Special Edition the classic Mopar of your dreams? If so, don't wait too long to make an offer. Cars like this don't come around every day, and at this price, it's sure to sell fast. 11. We've got a real gem for you. A 1974 Plymouth Valiant that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $4,500 or best offer. This classic sedan is a true survivor from the 70s, and it's ready for a new owner who appreciates its simple yet reliable design. First off, let's talk about the condition of this Valiant. The seller rates it as good, which is always a promising sign. They mention that the car runs and drives well, which is exactly what you want to hear when you're looking at a classic car. The exterior is finished in a nice red paint job, which looks to be in good shape based on the photos. Inside, the seller notes that the Valiant is clean, which is another big plus. There's nothing worse than a classic car with a dirty or worn-out interior, so it's great to know that this Valiant has been well maintained in that regard. Under the hood, you'll find a reliable 6-cylinder engine that's paired with an automatic transmission. This combination should provide plenty of power for cruising around town or hitting the highway. And with rear-wheel drive, this Valiant has that classic muscle car feel that so many enthusiasts love. The seller also mentions that the Valiant has good tires, which is important for both safety and performance. You don't want to be driving around on bald or worn-out tires, so it's good to know that this Valiant is ready to roll. Now, there is one issue that the seller mentions. The Valiant needs a new radiator. This is definitely something to keep in mind if you're considering making an offer on this car. A new radiator can be a relatively simple fix, but it's still an added expense that you'll need to factor into your budget. Overall, though, I think this 1974 Plymouth Valiant is a fantastic find for anyone who loves classic American cars. It's got a clean title, a good overall condition, and a price tag that's hard to beat. Plus, with its simple and reliable design, this Valiant could make a great daily driver or weekend cruiser. If you're interested in making an offer on this Valiant, be sure to reach out to the seller and ask any questions you might have. It's always a good idea to get as much information as possible before making a purchase, especially when it comes to classic cars. But if everything checks out and you're ready to make this Valiant yours, don't hesitate to make an offer. The seller is asking $4,500 or best offer, so there may be some room for negotiation. Just be sure to act fast. Cars like this don't come around every day, and at this price, it's sure to generate a lot of interest. So what do you think? Is this 1974 Plymouth Valiant the classic car of your dreams? If so, don't wait too long to make your move. With its good condition, reliable engine, and affordable price tag, this Valiant is sure to make someone very happy. 12. We've got a real treat for you. A gorgeous 1965 Chevrolet Corvair that's up for grabs on Craigslist for $10,500. This classic coupe is a true California original, and it's ready for a new owner who appreciates its unique style and history. First off, let's talk about the condition of this Corvair. The seller rates it as good, and based on the description, it's easy to see why. This car has had just 3 owners over the years, and it's clear that it's been well maintained throughout its life. The engine has been recently rebuilt, which is a huge plus for any classic car. And with only 78,500 miles on the odometer, this Corvair still has plenty of life left in it. The exterior of the car is finished in a stunning red paint job that looks to be in great shape. The seller mentions that there was some previous damage to the front fender and cowling, but those parts have since been replaced with donor parts from Arizona. The result is a car that looks great from every angle with no rust or major imperfections to speak of. Inside, the Corvair is just as impressive. The seller doesn't provide many details about the interior, but based on the photos, it looks to be in excellent condition. The manual transmission is sure to provide plenty of driving excitement, while the rear-wheel drive layout gives this Corvair that classic sports car feel. Under the hood, you'll find a 6-cylinder engine that's been recently rebuilt. The seller mentions that they have over $11,000 invested in this car, which includes a complete brake system rebuild, new shocks, and a new windshield. They even ordered a new fuel pump for the car, which shows just how committed they are to making sure this Corvair is in top condition. One of the coolest things about this Corvair is that it comes with some extra parts and accessories. The seller has a new gasket kit for the front hood, as well as an extra full brake system rebuild kit from Clark's. These extras are a great bonus for anyone who wants to keep this Corvair in top shape for years to come. The seller is firm on their asking price of $10,500, but based on the condition and history of this car, it seems like a fair price. They even mention that they're willing to coordinate shipping if needed, which is a great option for buyers who aren't local to the area. Overall, I think this 1965 Chevrolet Corvair is an absolute gem. It's a California original with a clean title, a recently rebuilt engine, and a gorgeous red paint job. It's the kind of car that's sure to turn heads wherever it goes, and it's the perfect choice for anyone who loves classic American sports cars. If you're interested in making this Corvair yours, don't hesitate to reach out to the seller. They seem like a knowledgeable and enthusiastic owner who has put a lot of time and effort into making this car the best it can be. And with the extra parts and accessories included in the sale, you'll be well equipped to keep this Corvair running strong for years to come. So what do you think? Is this 1965 Chevrolet Corvair the classic car of your dreams? If so, don't wait too long to make your move. Cars like this don't come around every day, and at this price, it's sure to generate a lot of interest. 13. We've got a real blast from the past for you. A stunning 1963 Mercury Meteor that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $8,350. This vintage sedan is a true gem, and it's ready for a new owner who appreciates its classic style and top-notch condition. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate how gorgeous this Meteor is? The seller mentions that it's been repainted, and the blue paint job looks absolutely flawless in the photos. The chrome bumpers have been re-chromed, and they shine like new. It's clear that a lot of time and effort has gone into making this car look its best. One of the coolest things about this Meteor is that it's a twin of the Ford Fairlane. That means you get all the style and charm of a classic Ford, but with the added rarity and uniqueness of the Mercury badge. It's the kind of car that's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. Under the hood, you'll find a 260 V8 engine with a 2-barrel carburetor. The seller mentions that the carburetor has been rebuilt and the car has a new single exhaust system. That means this Meteor should run and drive like a dream, with plenty of power and a great exhaust note. Inside, the Meteor is just as impressive as it is on the outside. The seller notes that the interior is in excellent original condition, with a mint headliner and very nice upholstery. All the lights and gauges work, and even the radio is functional. It's the kind of interior that makes you feel like you've stepped back in time to the 1960s. One of the best things about this Meteor is that it's a rust-free North Dakota car. That means it's been spared the ravages of salt and snow that can often plague classic cars from other parts of the country. The seller also mentions that the car has a brand new windshield and a new battery, which are both great signs of a well-maintained vehicle. The odometer shows just 78,780 miles, which is relatively low for a car of this age. The seller notes that the car runs and drives well, which is exactly what you want to hear when you're looking at a classic car. Overall, I think this 1963 Mercury Meteor is an absolute steal at just $8,350. It's a rare and beautiful car that's been well maintained and restored to an incredibly high standard. Whether you're a die-hard Mercury fan or just appreciate classic American cars, this Meteor is sure to impress. If you're interested in making this Meteor yours, don't hesitate to reach out to the seller. They seem like a knowledgeable and enthusiastic owner who has put a lot of time and effort into making this car the best it can be. And with its clean title and excellent condition, you can be sure that you're getting a top-quality vehicle. 14. We've got a real treat for you, a 1970 Dodge Dart that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist. This beauty is priced at $10,000. And let me tell you, it's got some serious potential. Under the hood, you'll find a built 340 engine with forged and Mopar parts, a high lift cam, MSD ignition, headers, and more. This thing is ready to rumble. The seller mentions that the engine is strong, but you can definitely hear that heavy cam lobe at idle. It's got that classic muscle car sound that'll turn heads wherever you go. Now let's talk about the transmission. It's got a 904 auto, but here's the catch. There's no stall converter installed at the moment. This means you might experience some issues with first gear and idling while stopped. But hey, that's just part of the charm, right? With a little work, you could have this baby shifting like a dream. The interior looks to be in decent shape, and get this, it's even got factory AC. Sure, it's not currently connected, but imagine cruising down the highway with the windows down and that classic Mopar rumble in your ears. It doesn't get much better than that. The seller also mentions that the Dart has new tires and new Moog steering parts, so you know it's ready to hit the road. And with just 16,853 miles on the odometer, which has rolled over by the way, this car has plenty of life left in it. Overall, this 1970 Dodge Dart is a solid choice for any classic car enthusiast looking for a project with some serious potential. With a little elbow grease and some TLC, you could have a real head-turner on your hands. And at $10,000, it's a steal compared to some of the other classic Mopars out there. 15. We've got a real gem for you, a 1982 Chrysler Cordoba that's up for grabs on Craigslist. This beauty is priced at just $7,500, and let me tell you, it's an opportunity you won't want to miss. First off, can we talk about the condition of this Cordoba? The seller describes it as excellent, and based on the details provided, I'm inclined to agree. With only 58,000 miles on the odometer and having been always garaged, this car has been well cared for over the years. You can tell the owner has put in the effort to maintain this classic ride. Under the hood, you'll find a 318 V8 engine that's ready to purr. The seller mentions that the car recently completed a 300-mile round trip without any issues, so you know it's running smoothly. And with new tires, you'll be ready to hit the road in style and comfort. Speaking of comfort, this Cordoba comes loaded with features that'll make your driving experience a breeze. It's got AC to keep you cool on those hot summer days, cruise control for those long highway trips, and a tilt steering wheel for added convenience. Plus, with power disc brakes, you'll have plenty of stopping power when you need it. The exterior of this Cordoba is finished in a stunning blue paint that's sure to turn heads wherever you go. And as a coupe, it's got that classic sporty look that never goes out of style. Now I know what you might be thinking. What's the catch? Well, there isn't one. The seller is upfront about the car's condition and history, and they're even offering a bring cash, drive it home deal. No hidden fees, no surprises, just a straightforward transaction for a fantastic car. In conclusion, if you're in the market for a classic ride that's been well maintained and is ready to hit the road, this 1982 Chrysler Cordoba is definitely worth checking out. At just $7,500, it's a steal for a car of this caliber. So what are you waiting for? Grab some cash and go make this Cordoba yours today. 16. Yo, gearheads! I'm stoked to share the deets on this classic 1962 Plymouth Fury up for grabs on Craigslist. Priced at a cool $12,500, this baby is a true gem from the golden era of American muscle cars. According to the seller's description, this Fury is in good condition overall. She's packing an absolute beast under the hood. A thumping 318 V8 paired with a smooth shifting 727 automatic transmission and power steering for that classic Detroit driving experience. The odometer reads 1,000 miles, but the seller mentions it has rolled over, so you know this beauty has seen some serious road time. But don't sweat it, because the seller claims all the safety equipment is in working order. Now let's talk about the looks. This Fury is rocking its original green paint job. And while there's some surface rust and patina, the overall vibe is straight fire. Plus, all that gorgeous trim is in excellent condition, adding to the vintage charm. The seller seems upfront, providing receipts for the work and parts done on this classic ride. So you can rest assured that you're getting a solid, well-maintained piece of automotive history. In summary, if you're a true gearhead looking to add a legendary Plymouth Fury to your collection, this could be the one. Just be prepared to embrace that classic patina and give this beauty the love and care she deserves. 17. All right, gearheads, buckle up. I got the scoop on a jaw-dropping 1962 Mercury Comet that's up for grabs on Craigslist for a cool $12,500. This bad boy is a full-blown hot rod that'll make your heart race faster than a nitrous-boosted quarter-mile run. According to the seller, this 62 Comet has been through a complete frame-off restoration, and the results are nothing short of breathtaking. The body has been sandblasted to bare metal and resprayed in a stunning red pearl flake paint job, complemented by a white Albione pearl flake roof. Talk about a head-turner. Under the hood, you'll find a rebuilt 1993 Ford 302 fuel-injected V8 that's been mated to a slick-shifting T5 manual transmission. This combo ensures you'll have plenty of power on tap and the ability to row through the gears like a true hot rodder. But that's not all, folks. This Comet has been treated to a host of other upgrades, including a custom drive shaft, exhaust system, 8 inches Mustang II rebuilt rear end, new fuel tank and system, and a fresh front end with disc brakes. Talk about stopping power. The interior has been completely revamped too, with new upholstery, updated gauges, and a modern radio to keep you entertained on those long cruises. Plus, the wiring has been replaced throughout, ensuring everything runs smoothly. Now here's the kicker. According to the seller, this Comet only has 2,500 miles on the rebuild, making it practically brand new. And to top it all off, the seller has complete documentation of the build process, so you know exactly what you're getting. If you're in the market for a jaw-dropping hot rod that'll turn heads wherever you go, this 1962 Mercury Comet is an absolute must-see. Just be prepared to fall head over heels for this stunning piece of automotive art. 18. I'm thrilled to share the details of a true classic, a 1965 Pontiac Catalina currently listed on Craigslist for $10,500. This stunning sedan has a remarkable history, and it's time to let its story unfold. According to the seller's description, this Catalina has been in the same family for 3 generations, a testament to its cherished legacy. Originally purchased on May 24, 1965 in Massachusetts, it found its way to Vermont in 1978, where it has been meticulously cared for and stored during the winter months ever since. Under the hood lies a powerful 389 cubic inch engine that has faithfully served this Catalina for 111,213 original miles. The seller assures us that it runs beautifully and received a well-deserved tune-up just 2 years ago, ensuring its continued reliability on the open road. Complementing the robust engine is a set of extra hubcaps, OEM, and rims, along with some additional parts that come included with the purchase, a true treasure trove for any Pontiac enthusiast or restorer. Notably, the front fenders of this Catalina were professionally replaced in 2005 with genuine Pontiac OEM fenders, ensuring a seamless and authentic appearance that respects the car's original design. The seller's description indicates that the overall condition of this 1965 Pontiac Catalina is good, a testament to the care and attention it has received over the decades. With a clean title and a reasonable asking price of $10,500 or a fair offer, this classic represents an exceptional opportunity for any collector or enthusiast seeking to own a piece of automotive history. Whether you're drawn to its rich family lineage, its well-maintained mechanical prowess, or its timeless Pontiac styling, this 1965 Catalina promises to be a prized addition to any collection. Act quickly, as opportunities like this don't come around often. 19. Automotive enthusiasts, prepare to be captivated by a true gem. A 1972 Ford Capri currently listed on Craigslist for $12,000. This rare German-made model is a testament to Ford's global reach and a true collector's item. According to the seller's description, this Capri is in excellent overall condition, a true testament to its meticulous care and maintenance over the years. The vibrant yellow paint, while described as a 20-footer, adds to the car's undeniable charm and vintage appeal, especially with the side trim removed to expose the original paint underneath. Powering this Capri is a reliable 4-cylinder engine mated to a smooth, shifting 4-speed manual transmission, ensuring an engaging and authentic driving experience. The seller assures us that it runs and drives exceptionally well, making it a joy to pilot on the open roads. Step inside, and you'll be greeted by an interior that has been lovingly preserved, showcasing the Capri's excellent condition. The vinyl top, too, is in remarkable shape, adding to the car's overall aesthetic appeal. While the seller acknowledges some rust in the battery tray area, they assure us that the Capri's overall structure is super solid, a testament to its well-maintained state. Enhancing the driving experience further are the newly installed tires and refinished wheels, ensuring a smooth and confident ride. Remarkably, this 1972 Ford Capri has clocked only 87,000 miles, though the seller notes that the odometer has rolled over, a testament to its longevity and reliability. It's worth noting that this Capri is located on San Juan Island, requiring a ferry trip for interested buyers, a small price to pay for such a rare and well-preserved automotive gem. With a firm asking price of $12,000 and the seller's willingness to accept cryptocurrency, this 1972 Ford Capri presents a unique opportunity for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Act quickly, as opportunities to own such a well-maintained and rare German-made Capri don't come around often. 20. Fellow automotive enthusiasts, I'm thrilled to present a true classic from the golden era of American muscle cars, a 1969 Pontiac Tempest currently listed on Craigslist for $13,000. This green coupe promises to be a captivating addition to any collection. According to the seller's description, this Tempest is in good overall condition, a testament to its enduring legacy and the care it has received over the years. Under the hood lies a powerful 350 cubic inch V8 engine, mated to a matching 350 automatic transmission, a potent combination that defined the era of American performance. While the odometer reads 150,850 miles, this Tempest has undoubtedly seen its fair share of open roads and countless adventures, each mile contributing to its rich history and character. The seller's straightforward description leaves room for imagination, allowing prospective buyers to envision the countless stories this Pontiac could tell if it could speak. From its vibrant green exterior to the rumble of its V8 engine, this Tempest carries the spirit of a bygone era when American muscle cars ruled the highways. With a clean title and a reasonable asking price of $13,000, this 1969 Pontiac Tempest presents a compelling opportunity for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Whether you're drawn to its classic styling, its potent powertrain, or the allure of owning a piece of automotive history, this Tempest promises to be a cherished addition to any collection. Act quickly, as opportunities to own such a well-preserved and iconic American muscle car don't come around often. This Tempest is ready to write its next chapter, and the open road awaits its new caretaker.